Hey, welcome to PGF Racing. Today, I'm going to look a little bit about end times, kind of explain it the way I see it. I've changed quite a bit over the years, back and forth, and just trying to figure it out. And once again, just kind of figuring it out again today, just trying to reestablish where my thoughts are. And let's get straight to it. I think the easiest place probably to start to get clearness is going to be in Daniel. And one of my friends, Zach, always pinpoints that, always challenged me on that, and I think it is a good point. So let's look at it here. Daniel 12:1. And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince, which shall stand for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was, since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. I think it's interesting here that even after the resurrection, there's people turning people to righteousness. So that's an indication of full preterism for me. Verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And remember, Revelation was unsealed. It wasn't sealed because it was the time. So Daniel 12:5. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, how long shall it be to the end of these wonders? So this is where it gets to the crux of the matter. When shall be the end here? And so Daniel 12:7 has the answer. And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and sware by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, a times, and half. So 1260 days, or 3.5 years, when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, and all these things shall be finished. So if you do a little research, the holy people are mainly scattered from 67 March, when the Roman Vespasian and Titus kind of took up arms against Israel there and the holy people. And so that went on from March to 1260 days later, or 3.5 years later, when the temple was destroyed around late August in 70 AD. So I think the thing to kind of go here is kind of match these up, and we're going to go to Revelation, and we're going to go to 20 verse 8, I think. And so he shall go out to deceive the nations which in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, gather them together to battle, the number who is the sand of the sea. So I think if we look, that this comes after the 1,000 years. So, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Another thing to keep in mind is that this verse here in verse 4, and I saw thrones, they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Jesus. So these had to be people that witnessed Jesus and for the word of God, and maybe those that didn't witness Jesus but believed in the word, which had not worshipped the beast, which was Rome, neither his image, which would have been Nero, neither had they received a mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. I believe that was a Roman coin. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. Where did Christ was in heaven? So they would have lived and reigned with Christ as a resurrection in heaven, not on earth like a lot of people think, because Christ was in heaven. So after the 1,000 years, you've got this battle in verse 8. And if we jump back to Daniel 12:1, at that time shall stand up the great prince, who stand for children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even at the same time. So this would be the start of the war in March of 67. So that's where we're at after the 1,000 years. So I think that hopefully it makes a little sense just to see where we're at. To me, it's just saying, full preterism is true. The Satan little season, there's that idea that the 1,000 years is more than 1,000 years, and Christ came in judgment in 70 AD, and then there was 1,000 years, whatever, and then Satan's been released recently. Hard to say when exactly, and that he's been loose for a little season, but I don't think that lines up with the word. I think full preterism makes more sense. Hopefully I laid it out for you. If you have any questions, just drop a comment below, or if you disagree, drop why, and I'll try to counter it if I can see, or if you have a good argument, then maybe I'll concede. I'm open to anything. I just kind of the way I'm seeing it now. As always, love you lots. P. Jeff Racing out. Have a great day.